My boyfriend does not communicate with me, he does not talk to me about his life or his things. I, 32, have been dating my boyfriend, 33, for 7 months. At first it was all great, we talked a lot, but then I came to realize that we actually talked a lot because I was the one asking the questions. When we sit down to eat he never says anything, he only speaks when I ask something. Lately he just answers, yes, no, I don't remember, I don't know. He never starts a conversation. When I try to start a conversation his answers are so short that I don't know what else to say. The other day when we are in sauna I decide to no speak waiting if he starts a conversation and I got nothing. I said to him, hey, you could speak to me sometimes, and he was like, how I will know that you want to speak if you don't say nothing. The audacity. The next weekend he will go to another country for a bachelor party with friends, and yesterday I asked him how everything was going. At what time will he arrive there? In which hotel are they going to stay? His answer was, I don't remember. The situation is quite frustrating because he doesn't seem to notice even though I've already told him. He doesn't see any problem. I feel sad and I point it out to him and he has the audacity to be the one offended by my behavior. He doesn't even ask me how I'm doing or anything. I'd be happy if we talk about anything, not need to be something deep. I woke yesterday very sick and today and GE knows, but he hasn't asked me how I feel or if I'm feeling better. We only have been together 7 months and we need to know each other, but how I'm gonna do it if he doesn't communicate with me? Is this normal or am I being exaggerated? It's far from normal for sure. Sounds exhausting, lonely and boring. This isn't normal at all. Being in a relationship shouldn't cause you to give answers like you're a trained intel officer resisting a foreign interrogator. And it took 7 months to notice? Either way. Some people just don't talk much. I'm one of those people who mostly just tall when spoken to. If I'm with strangers. But with my significant other I do speak. I don't ask a lot of questions. I'm working on that. And when my ex was cuz I never asked him how he was doing, only after he asked I tried to start doing that. If he ain't making an effort towards you, and take the criticism you have had and try to change, then he is not the one for you. Seems like only you're the one invested in this relationship. Unless there's been a recent fight, leading to silent treatment etc. This is abnormal AF. Sorry op, but you shouldn't stay in an unhappy relationship. He's just not fun to be around. Like, damn. For what reasons is he your boyfriend exactly? Fiancé, M32, acts weird about the fact I, F23, fart around him. Yes, I realize the title sounds ridiculous, but this is something that genuinely bothers me. My fiancé is extremely gassy and has long been comfortable farting around me. We'd usually just laugh about it. Shortly before we got engaged, I got comfortable enough to start farting around him. And we'd laugh about that, too. I didn't think there was anything wrong about it. And, for clarity's sake, I'm not Shrek. I don't go around farting everywhere. I only do it around him because we're going to live together and might as well break him in now. I was just texting with him tonight and the topic came up. He surprised me by saying that my farting caught him off guard because, and I quote, women don't fart. He then proceeded to say that a woman has never farted around him before. He's had many girlfriends in the past and would say that he used to go for the model type. He then made a joke that he may have to check me for male private parts. I'm not usually easily offended, but this all rubbed me the wrong way. Made me feel very much like less than a woman and like I was being compared to these models, who apparently do not have a digestive system. I also asked, how the heck in 32 years of life have you never seen a woman fart? Or smelt it, rather. I told him this whole thing upset me, and he told me I was overreacting and that he was just teasing me. He claimed he wasn't comparing me to anyone. But I don't know. It left me feeling sour, like my femininity was less legitimate because I fart. Even typing that feels ridiculous, but it just feels offensive to be told, oh, women don't do X normal bodily function because they're women. Women don't fart, and, a woman has never farted around him, are not the same thing. I believe the second is true, but he should have known better about the first. What does he think is different about our digestive systems? Shocker. The 32-year-old going after women in their early 20s expects women to be perfect sexual objects. Under absolutely no circumstances should he know that you are a human being with normal bodily functions. Good lord, he's 32 and he's acting like a first grader that's afraid of cooties. How are you attracted to him? I genuinely can't understand how he's acting this way, and this seems to be a common trend for Reddit posts where it's a woman your age dating a man his age doing something so damn childish. Also, it's a big red flag that his response is, "You're overreacting," because that's dismissive and he's showing you he doesn't care about how you feel at all. And this is a great example of why a 32-year-old man is dating a 23-year-old woman. He's just as immature as you are, possibly more. No mature 32-year-old jokes about passing gas on a regular basis. You should reconsider this relationship. This won't be the first time he starts pulling statistics out of thin air. Do you guys plan on having kids? 'Cause my husband watched as I literally shit during childbirth and never teased me about it. You're engaged to a boy and he needs to become a man. Many won't believe this, but I actually had to break up with a guy because he claimed that women should never fart or poop. And if he ever heard me fart or walked in the bathroom and saw me pooping, he would break up with me because it's not ladylike or natural for women to do either. I saved him the time and broke up with him. We were both 16, so hopefully he's learned something about natural human functions after all these years. I'm sick of my wife saying that my job is easy and I can't complain. I work at a call center, but right now I'm WFH. I sit behind a desk on my computer and make phone calls all day. It involves me dealing with rude people and people who just hang up on me on a daily basis, yelling at me over things that I had nothing to do with and are out of my control. Also, sitting on a desk for 8 hours a day isn't good for your physical health. I've been gaining weight and struggling to not gain more weight. I can't even stay at my current weight and it's been affecting me physically, mentally, and emotionally. I rarely have time to go to the gym because of my hours. She thinks that because it isn't a physically demanding job, and that I don't have to walk around and lift things, work in a factory, or do hard labor, that it must be easy. While I agree it isn't as bad as back-breaking manual labor. I did manual labor years ago and had to quit and get a medical marijuana card because of the damage that it did to my back. It's still challenging in other ways, and getting berated over the phone isn't good for my mental health. I love staying at home and not having to do physical labor anymore, but by no means is it easy. I told her this a few times, and she doesn't get it and it makes me really upset. I know most of the comments here are just going to say, "Tell her what you just wrote." Well, I did twice. Both times, she stopped for a bit and just resumed a couple weeks later. I did inbound sales as a job once and became so depressed from it that I literally cried every day. I'm on your side. Your wife is being an insensitive, condescending jackass. Call center work is notoriously dehumanizing and demoralizing, and they have massive turnover as a consequence. It's up there with Amazon warehouse worker for undesirable jobs. Things can always be worse, but things can always be worse is a ridiculous bar to set. Your wife isn't going to understand because she doesn't want to. It is a waste of time to even try anyway. And for what? Is there a "my job is harder" Olympics, or something? I don't get why people always have to compare. Dealing with people all day can be hard and exhausting. You are completely valid in feeling the way you do. Just give up trying to explain because she has no desire to understand. Just know your feelings are valid and you have every right to feel the way you do. Worked for Wells Fargo call center. Cried every single day before work. Was severely depressed, thought about killing myself. Quit that job. Everything mellowed out and got better. Call centers are literal hell. It's not physically draining, it's extremely emotionally draining. And sometimes that's even worse. What else is going on for this to turn into a full-blown fight between y'all? Why is this the hill you both die on? Does she have a job that sucks too, or us draining? Do y'all have kids? Are you both doing household chores? Are date nights still a thing? Why not try home exercise? Get a walking desk? How's your diet? Is there a window in your room? What does she do? Is she in a physically demanding job? Not saying that excuses her attitude, but it could explain her thought process. I, M29, caught my girlfriend, W29, of 8 years cheating with another girl. So basically my S.O. has met her old school friend some months ago. They have been good friends but got out of touch since university and work made them move to different cities. When they met again, my girlfriend was very excited, because she could talk with her about everything. Also she, the friend, is very active and adventurous, what my girlfriend also likes about her. I am more of a comfort guy, but also like sports and activities. So basically we did things together with her and I also had a lot of fun with her. As time goes by, the relationship between them grew stronger and they often met after work for girly TV shows. I was happy for my girlfriend, to find a good friend she enjoys spending time with, and I had some time for me. At some point I thought to myself, that the relationship between them was getting suspiciously strong. Also, she has turned off notifications on her mobile phone, so that you had to unlock the screen to see messages. So I talked to her in private about my concerns, that she is acting differently and that I was getting vibes, that there might be more than friendship between both of them. My girlfriend then told me crying that she is confused about her sexuality and might be bisexual. She is coming from a very traditional family. I told her that it would not be a problem for me, but that I have concerns about her feelings for me and if this would have an impact on our relationship. She assured me that she still loves me and that she can talk about her bisexual interests with her friend, since the friend is bisexual herself, and that she has no romantic feelings for her. Since we are very honest in our relationship, I was okay with it but told her to be truthful towards her and me, so none would get hurt. Fast forward, we are going on vacation on a boat tour with 20 people. Also her friend is there. One night we all drank and were playing games and the two went outside to smoke. Since I was very tired I thought I would go to bed early. But I was very curious, if they really just smoke. So I could see them outside without them seeing me. And as minutes go by they get very close. They started kissing. The kiss was not their first kiss, I could see. I was stunned and my body was shaking. I cancelled the tour and told my girlfriend that I would not want to talk to her now. She wrote me she still loves me. Yesterday I got all my belongings from her apartment and wrote her a letter, that I think we should not be continuing our relationship. This was 2 days ago, and she came back from the trip today. What shall I do? TLDR. Girlfriend of 8 years cheated on me, M, with another girl, W. But says she still loves me and wants to work things out. Sorry for bad English. Think you did well. She is cheating probably for a long time, disrespected you. What else has she lied about? You had a nice time together. It simply has come to an end. You deserve someone that not only loves you but respects and doesn't cheat on you. Being bi doesn't give the excuse to cheat. There is no excuse to cheat. It's time to move on. Spend time with friends and family, hit the gym, get a new hobby, start over, enter a new phase and one day meet someone new. You already did what you needed to do. You broke up and left her cheating ass. Realizing you might be bi is no excuse to cheat. You're already doing the right things here. You will never trust her the same again. Without trust in a relationship there's not really anything left. Unless you're okay with sharing your girlfriend with someone else, stay the course. She cheated, it is as simple as that. Her bisexuality has nothing to do with it. She broke your trust. You have made the break, move on. You made a good decision, don't reverse it. If she loved you she would not stayed longer on vacation, because you would be more important. Nothing, she cheated on you and lied. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, you are free to meet a non-cheating boss. Thank your lucky stars, you got out before you married, and she left you, and cleaned you out. Good riddance. You dodged a huge bullet there. You got cheated on even though you expressed your concerns to her. She knew exactly then what the consequences would be and she went ahead with it anyway. Being bi is not a reason to cheat when you are in a monogamous relationship, and now she has found out the cost of acting on her sexuality. Enjoy being single for a while to allow yourself to heal from this, and I'd suggest that for your next relationship, find out the other person's sexual preference, and if they are bi and have yet to explore that side of themselves, thank them for their time and run in the opposite direction.